Yosh. Right. It's that time of day again, my little monkey friend. Huh? Let us remind these filthy mortals of the meaning of beauty and honor on this glorious Friday. Another day, another PEINTEINGU. Let's get the chi flowing. Strawberry. PEINTEINGU, goo 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 goo. PEINTEINGU, goo 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 goo. Oh, my spider knows it's a timer. PEINTEINGU, goo goo. It's painting fucking goo. It's PEINTEINGU. PEINTEINGU. What will we do? Nobody knew. PEINTEINGU, do-do-do. PEINTEINGU, PEINTEINGU, PEINTEINGU. PEINTEINGU, goo 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 goo. Sip, rat, paint, goo goo. PEINTEINGU, goo 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 goo. Ah, my chi is beginning to flow. PEINTEINGU, goo goo. It's painting fucking goo. It's PEINTEINGU. PEINTEINGU. What will we do? Nobody knew. What we do on PEINTEINGU? PEINTEINGU, sip rant goo. Sip rant goo. Speaking of sip, I have a delicious strawberry sip today. Oh, glorious strawberry. PEINTEINGU, goo, goo, goo. PEINTEINGU. PEINTEINGU, goo, 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 goo. Paint, sip, rant, goo, goo. PEINTEINGU, goo, goo. It's painting fucking goo. What will we do? PEINTEINGU, what will we do? Nobody knew what we do on PEINTEINGU, goo, goo, goo. Goo, 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 goo. PEINTEINGU, goo, 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 goo. That's it, Myro. You marvelous magical monkey. Bring it home. Let us remind these filthy mortals the meaning of beauty and honor. PEINTEINGU. 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 Ah, yes. Such beautiful piano playing brought to you by our resident petrified primate. Sumimasen. Sumimasen. Strawberry. Our resident petrified primate, Myro the magical monkey. Isn't he glorious? His piano-playing, procking skills are renowned. and if you filthy mortars had any honor within your feeble mortar vessels, you would pay the monkey. Place a tip in the monkey's bowl for bringing you such beautiful tunage. Or if you do not, your ancestors will look upon you in great shame. Greetings, my beloved Japonaita, and welcome to another glorious episode of PEINTEINGU. With me, your illustrious funny man host. Pardon me, funny demigod host. Defender Osama, demigod of PEINTEINGU. Hi. Today, we begin a new adventure. Where shall we set sail to? I know not. The map, randomness, chaos, numbers in the chat. I thought you were taking today off. Well, you were wrong, Stubborn-Osama. No, you were wrong. Did I say I was taking today off? I do not remember such things. Blasphemy! Well, Desmondu-sama didn't think I was taking today off because he has supplied me with a phrase of the day, so I believe your gay Canadian brain is to blame for such thoughts. So, a moment. It is not aligned correctly. There we go. Right. Too bright? Too bright? Not bright enough? Too bright. The writing on this stream is, of course, always a challenge, but we shall work through it. Right. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by the lack of faith from Stubborn-Osama. When's the last time you committed seppuku, Stubborn-Osama? Huh? Right, please excuse me whilst I descend into proper PEINTEINGU posture. The stool has been extra smooth of late. It is probably the raising temperature as we ease into summer and away from spring. The weather of late has been glorious. I will have much gardening to do this weekend. The amount of growth in the garden is stupendous. There are flowers. Oh! Sumimasen. Delicious strawberry. I have sequestered for myself some more strawberry whey protein. It is not exactly the stellar quality that Denmark Barrow graciously delivered to me a few months ago. It is some standard mainstream shit, but it will do for the moment. I have, in the past few weeks, since I have ceased smoking, I have put on approximately 16 pounds. A rapid increase in weight. Probably mostly water, but some of it's definitely fat and muscle. But now, I am attempting to expedite the process by applying some more whey protein. So, we shall see what happens this time. We shall also see if there's some kind of consequence or side effect, because that shit's full of, like, sucralose and aspartame K. Disregard just my early onset dementia. No doubt, Stubborn-Osama. No doubt. Your baldness has made you far too susceptible from the rays of light from the glorious sun. It is no doubt melting your gay Canadian brain. Should probably take the reef from Tim Pool's book and begin wearing beanie. Speak of the demon hunter and he shall appear. Desmondu-sama has arrived to PEINTEINGU. Right. As the people fire in, as they realize that the goo is throwing, and they must attend, we shall select today's tunes. It is, again, very warm in the PEINTEINGU vessel. Excuse me, Micah. I must adjust the writing a tad. Don't want it to be too bright, don't want it to be too dull. Suka, Björn! One of these days I shall incorporate Boris a bit more on the stream. But for the moment, we shall just stick with Tobias Beacus Croas being the dinger of the Dongu, keeper of the Dongu, you know. Perhaps we should... He is supposed to be our resident cartographer, you know. We have Tobias Beacus Croas, who is currently being gloriously illuminated by the glorious light of heaven shining brightly upon PEINTEINGU. This illustrious day. It is insanely beautiful. The weather has been profoundly beautiful. It is warm, but not too warm. It is sunny, but not too sunny. Sumimasen. Especially if you're like me and you, as often as you can, stare at the sunrise. So my eyes are becoming more resistant to the brightness. No longer do I look like Asian when I am outsider. It has only been a few months of this, and I am already starting to see a profound difference in my ability to deal with the brightness of the day, which, of course, is a very whiter thing, you know. There's a reason they call us bright eyes and round eyes. Huh? Goddamn Asians and their inability to deal with the sun. Hilarious. Squinties. Rice-picking squinties. I was watching a YouTuber video yesterday, and apparently there is a rumor going around the interwebs that China has lost 1 billion people. I hope not. I may be into racist humor, but I don't want to see the Chinese people die in their droves. Unless they must. Unless it is the will of the gods that the Chinese pay for communism. That would be unfortunate. Karmically understandable, but unfortunate. Happy Friday, you everyone. Ah, yes, it is indeed a gloriously beautiful Friday. The weather is astoundingly epic. What is 7.3 offering us in the telegram? Let me see. Let me see what 7.3 has got for me. Ah, yes. The glorious memes. When a woman gets 100K for saying nigger, while you have been saying it for free. Indeed. Indeed. What was this that Emmanuel had to say on Telegram? I wonder if it will go through the desktop. Telegram. If I open Telegram on the desktop and go to Emmanuel's message. Doorhouse Mafia 2? What is this shit? Archived chats, Limerick drop. I see many chats that I am not a part of. I will have to prune the garden that is my Telegram. Where's PEINTEINGU? Where's the one that I care about? Scrolling. Ah, this seems to be Telegram from the point of view of the female. That would explain the random shit. Where's my Telegram? Where is PEINTEINGU? Ah, the female is not in PEINTEINGU. Why not? Because she refed it. Because she is a fool. She said this to me the other day. Why am I not in PEINTEINGU chat? And I was like, because you refed the PEINTEINGU chat. She had no comeback for that one. Where is the option to our chats? Where is this shit? Ah, there we go. Ah, excellent. My Telegram. Right, let me see. I have not yet listened to Emmanuel Godson's message. What is this?
Okay, guys, I just learned about this new trend.
Can you hear that? Is that praying through the desktopu? Let me see. I must minimize this so I can see the stream at the same time. Let me see.
On TikTok of the filter that makes the hot girls look Down syndrome.
Oh, yes.
That they have OnlyFans with this fucking filter on their face that makes them look Down syndrome, and all the little cook fucking soy boys are lapping it up, lusting over girls that look Down syndrome.
Mm.
That's how far we've come today. That's how far we've fallen.
Mm. Yes, Emmanuel, indeed. I have seen this of late. There's filters making the struts on OnlyFans and TikTok who appear to have a Down syndrome. It is unfortunate, but at the same time, I mean, is it really that bad to make Down syndrome people more sexually viable? I mean, I love Down syndrome people. They are glorious. Yes, lying with filters to distort reality is generally quite bad. Especially if some fat bitch can make herself look skinny and catfish a nigga. But I try these days to be more spiritually broad in my understanding of what is currently happening in the realm. For the sake of my own sanity and not just spiritual growth. But yes, on the face of it, it will appear that females putting Down syndrome filter on their face is degenerate, in a sense, and dishonest, and somehow taking advantage and distorting reality. However, like I said, is it a bad thing to make the Down syndrome community appear more sexually viable? Is Down syndrome a blight upon the people? Sure, they are like children, for the most part. You must use more resources and time to take care of them in the public and at home. They require extra attention and so on and so forth, but they are joyful. And they are angelic, innocent. I'm sure one could think of a positive outcome of this, you know. I do not think any longer that all things that we have seen over the past ballpark 20 years are just completely evil. Evil exists for a reason. Evil has a purpose. And if the people are... I mean, think about it. That means that a lot of mayors find Down syndrome looking females attractive. But then again, there are plenty of mayors who find anything not necessarily attractive but fuckable. There are plenty of mayors out there that would fuck a rusty keyhole and their dicks would probably fit in it. But I do not like this sentiment of seeing Down syndrome people as potentially beautiful as a bad thing. You see where I'm coming from? I think there is a silver lining to be found in everything. No matter how dark, there is a candle shining brightly somewhere to be found. A golden nugget hidden amongst the filth and dirt. Perhaps some positive could come of this in the future. We are in reversed polarities. I am down to 220. You are going up in weight. Excellent. Indeed. I have gained approximately I think 16 pounds in the past few weeks since I have stopped smoking. I am now, as of the last time I weighed myself, 12 stone 2 pounds, which is approximately... Oh, I can never do the maths on this shit. Let me see. Ooh. That is hilarious. I gepued and a Telegram chat called Gesundheit showed up on it. I got a notification from Gesundheit chat. Oh, that's hilarious. Very funny. Right. Google. I think I recently asked for this calculation. What is 12 stone... 1 pounds, 12 stone, 169. So now I'm 170 currently. 170 pounds, which is still a bit right for my liking. I would prefer to be 180-ish, which is approximately 13 stone, but for perhaps even 14 stone. I would like to hit 200. The calisthenics, doing dips and pull-ups whilst weighing 200 pounds. I like that. I like the idea of this. Being able to do full extension, full stretch pull-ups and dips. And knee raises, elevated knee raises whilst weighing 200 pounds. This is good. This is good. I have indeed feared out a bit. Even the local shopkeeper is beginning to notice. Apparently, my face looks a lot healthier these days, which is good. Iron Man Barrow, did I greet you? I can't remember. If not, greetings. A moment where I check the rest of the telegram. What's this one? The Burger King on the plane shouting nigger. Hilarious. Me and the boys after shitposting from the UK. Ah, indeed. A bunch of keck frogs in a gurag. Indeed, indeed. The UK is experiencing much tribulation. So is Ireland. Ireland is experiencing much tribulation. But the past... Since that march in Dublin a few days ago, and Conor McGregor's interview with Tucker Carlson of late, I do believe that I have fallen for the trick of the propaganda these past few years. I should have had more faith in the Irish public. We may have our issues. There's plenty of scumbags here, you know, and not just the pikeys. But we are a fighting tribe, you know. We are a fighting culture. We are a race of, you know, we are a race of tricksters and fighters and poets and writers, and we are athletically gifted. We are known for punching up and winning. We are the underdog, the rebel. We have a history of being invaded by ideological differences, and whether it takes a few years or decades or centuries or even just a few months, our history is full of us repairing what we do not like, no matter how long it takes. And I should have had faith in this. I should have had faith in... They say history does not repeat, it rhymes. Well, if that's the case, then the Irish are going to be fine. Our Ireland is a beautiful place, full of magic and mystery, and it is ancient in its culture. We have a vast history stemming from probably the Indonesian continent back way when, tens of thousands of years. We have a lot of similar deep ancestral myths associated with very similar gods. We were pagan. We are not a Christian island. This is a misunderstanding of the modern era. Irish people are not Christian. We are not Catholic. We are not Christian. At all. We are a culture of pagans. We are farmers. We are warriors. We are breeders, poets, big families. We are tribal. We used to have many kings. And I do believe this is going to be the thing that, like it has in history, I do believe this is going to be the thing that saves us from this woke horde of rameness and gayness. I do not believe that the... how do I turn notifications off for Telegram? It's beginning to annoy me. I do not believe that... Oh, fuck this shit. A moment. I must silence this. I must silence this. Where's the... Can I just put it in night mode? So no, that just changes the... Let me see. Settings, notifications and sounds. Desktop notifications off. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. You see how easy that was? That's why I like Telegram. That was very straightforward and simple. After seeing that march a few days ago, and after seeing on Twitter how the Irish Independent, one of the, propaganda heads of the propaganda hydra that is Radio Terrafísh na hÉireann, the media broadcaster funded by the government, which is funded by the people's taxes. The Irish Independent is being blasted by the people, and this is very good. This is very good. I love this. I love seeing it. They have tried to encourage polygamy and open marriages. The people find this disgusting. This is good. They have tried to gaslight the public and tell them that rumours of... Well, not rumours. Reports with evidence of increased crime as a result of the mass immigration. The Irish Independent has attempted to gaslight us into believing that this is simply far-right nonsense from racists and bigots who are paranoid and terrified of, this, that, and the rest. This is all lies. There are plenty of Muslim extremists here. There are plenty of foreign scum here now as a result of the unfettered immigration that has been unleashed on the island. But it is not exactly just to... The blame cannot be placed on the government and the elites of this place. Yes, they are corrupt. Yes, they are... I silenced you. Or at least I thought I did. I am constantly hearing this ding in my dong. Hold a moment. Settings. Notification and sounds. Arouse sound. Get rid of sound. Right. That should do it. I should not have opened Telegram. Oh! Sumimasen. I gorged on bacon and eggs before the streamer, and now I am consuming a beautiful strawberry shaker of glorious whey protein. And God knows what else. But yes, the past few weeks, as a result of my, shall we say, attempt to cleanse myself of as many demons as possible in as short a space of time. First it was caffeine, then it was nicotine and the devil's lettuce. So I am over a month now off all of it, and my mind is clearer. I have put weight on, and I feel stronger in mind and body and spirit. And now when I look at these issues, I no longer see a situation that is as dire as I'd once thought. I look at my beautiful Iron nation now, and I look at the Irish people, and I do believe that there is an awakening coming. There is a rebellious side to us that is still there. A strong, rebellious side to us that is still there. And out of all of the stuff that we have been subjected to over the centuries, this woke gay horde is nothing, you know. If we can put up with the British Empire for approximately 400 years and eventually kick them the fuck out, or at least make some sort of deal, however corrupt that was, but our culture has rasted this wrong, it will outrast the gays, trust me. I have fallen victim, as I said in the beginning, to this sense of impending doom, but like many things, Big Beru is correct. The rumors of wars are more dangerous than wars themselves. The anxiety of fear of potential doom and gloom is far worse, which makes perfect sense. Why actually engage in something ultimate or absolute when you can simply keep your enemy in a state of unknowing and chaos? This makes perfect sense. And by that note, I also think that people are beginning to wake up to this. They are sick and tired, literally, but not too sick and tired to fight back. And as we all know, that a cornered animal is quite often far more dangerous. Same with men. A man with nothing to lose is not to be trifled with. And if you remove comedy, if you remove culture, if you tell us constantly that we are evil because we have an opinion, and so on and so forth, and you gaslight us and time again lie to our very faces and tell us that our eyes and ears are lying to us, it can only last so long. The Irish, we're not put up with this much longer. And I do believe, like, that phenomenon of, like, you know, I'm not quite sure which one it is, but there is a phenomenon that I've seen and heard of that you probably know of yourselves. I think Owen brought it up, where it's like there's a long span of time where nothing happens, and then something begins to happen, and then within a very short space of time there's a drastic change. And I do believe we are entering that time now, where very soon the Irish will rash out and unleash their wrath and frustration. This will cause a lot of damage on both sides. Financial, economical, physical, spiritual, mental, all sorts of damage. But this damage is a part of the cycle. Individually, it is possible to discipline your mind, body, and spirit into such a state where you do not succumb to impulsive rage. I speak from experience. I am now in a state of mind these past few years where I find myself vastly more capable of dealing with my anger and wrath. It's still there, but I have a good hold, a grasp upon its neck. I have disciplined my mind and body, and my soul. But it is much more difficult, and sometimes foolish, to expect the group to do this. Quite often it seems that, like the animal kingdom, of which we are a part of, whether we like it or not, things simply happen the way they have to happen, and when they have to happen. So I do believe that sometime soon there will be a frothing up, an overboiling of the pot. And being a foreigner in Ireland is not going to be a pleasant experience. And the woke mainland Europe will probably cast us out and claim that Ireland has become racist. I would welcome this. I would welcome a time where Ireland and England join forces to expel the woke mind virus, setting old grievances aside and agreeing to sustain each other. After centuries of conflict, seeing the Irish and the English and the Scots and the Welsh come together in unification to return to a time of paganism, farming, abundance, warrior training, poetry writing, music playing. It would be glorious. It would be beautiful. Never will I wear a Tiny Tim hat to. I think this is quite funny, the way everybody says that he is always wearing beanie. That is not a beanie, that is a skull cap. I wear beanies. Beanies are the little gnome thingies that sag at the back. That's a beanie. Tim Pool wears a skull cap. It just sits on his head like bowl. That is not beanie. Sumimasen. Sumimasen. Boris told me he was once in a Serbian boy band named the Bliat Boys. Bliat Boys. That's hilarious. Hashtag woman moment. I'm down with the syndrome, but not to the extent of desiring to go down on a downy. Hilarious. I have seen some Down syndrome females, like, in real life, that despite having some downs are still perfectly attractive females. But do not get me wrong, the vast majority of them are overweight, very ugly, but kind of cute, you know. Down syndrome people are kind of cute in their derpiness. But not what you would call sexually attractive. However, I do remember when I was young, my friend, her mother worked for, what would you call it? Special needs groups. And as a result, she was friends with a Down syndrome girl who had a Down syndrome boyfriend. And the Down syndrome girl would never shut up about how much sex they had. I found this hilarious. We spent all the time just fucking each other's brain out. I love having sex. It's great. The simple joys of just accepting reality. It was, of course, shocking to the type of people to pearl crutch and be uncomfortable in such situations, but I found it profoundly funny. What did you do on the weekend? I spent all the time fucking my boyfriend. It was great. I do not know, but like, when two Down syndrome people fall in love and have baby, what is the percentage chance of the child not having Down syndrome? Does it, like, cancel itself out? Or does it, like, double down and make it double downs? Does 2 downs make a double downs? That's glorious. I mean, they can still function in society. I do not see a problem with this. Yes, it is not good. Like porn and public degeneracy and sexualization of young females and so on and so forth. The lying, yes, I completely agree, is totally wrong. But realistically, Down syndrome people deserve to love as much as the rest of us, and I would prefer to see Down syndrome stay with Down syndrome, because there is an element of someone without Down syndrome being more aware of reality as we see it than non-Down syndrome. So there would be an element of abuse. There would be an element of taking advantage of a lesser mind. I do not agree with this. But I am also not expert on Downs. From what I have seen, there are variables. There is a spectrum. Some people who have Down syndrome are far more afflicted by the syndrome than others. Some people just look a bit Downs and have a twinge of it. Quite like autism. You can have a bit of it and just be slightly off kilter. But we must be realistic. We must be honest. Are we going to be eugenicists to that degree? Don't get me wrong. I agree with certain forms of what's the word? Eugenics. I agree with some certain forms of eugenics. I mean, we breed dogs. Why not breed each other? For certain purposes. 2 beautiful people make a beautiful child. 2 ridiculously intelligent people make a ridiculously intelligent child. So on and so forth. I do not believe this is a bad thing. And perhaps a Down syndrome person having a child with a non-Down syndrome person would slowly get rid of the gene from the pool. But do we really want to live in a world where there are no Down syndrome people? I think we'd miss them. Your health is your worth. Indeed. Indeed it is. Rotus Eaters are doing good work. It appears so. It appears so. Rotus Eaters are doing excellent work. I do enjoy their podcast. I enjoy Carl Benjamin. He is a good man. I do believe Carl Benjamin. There's something about the name Benjamin. Benjamin Franklin, Owen Benjamin, Carl Benjamin. There is something about the name Benjamin. But Carl Benjamin, Sargon of Akkad as he is called on Ryan, I do enjoy his take on things. I like how logical he is and open and honest. And quite like myself, he is quite the nerd. He is a big gamer. There's a known meme of Carl Benjamin that pictures of him at bureaucratic procedures and very serious debates against feminism and such things and the woke, and it just says this guy just wanted to play games. It's very funny. Look what you people did to my boy. This guy just wanted to play games. But this is what happens when you challenge the fabric of society with nonsense. People rise up to defend it, which is good. And like I admitted to in the beginning, I myself have allowed the nonsense and the rise and the gaslighting to get to me, because I have the sin of wrath. Which, I think it was it Mr. Whitberu who said that it is it's the easiest sin to justify is wrath. I agree with this. This is very true. But a sin it is nonetheless. My wrath, I've allowed my wrath to blind me to the truth. And the truth is that everything is going to be okay. It does not matter what the demons want. At the end of the day, they require our consent. And no matter how many people fall into the depths of sin and become weak and feeble and vessels for evil things, as long as some good men remain, that is all that is needed. We live in biblical times, my friends, and it is a beautiful thing. You guys fought off the Romans, the Vikings, the English. Surely you too can repair the brown scourge by hook or by crook. This is my point. We have a tendency to simply, despite being outnumbered, we have a tendency to band together and then find a way around the problem because we have lesser numbers. We, quite like females, need to be more creative and manipulative because they do not possess the overwhelming physical strength of males. The Irish as a culture historically have had to be more creative, more cunning, more adaptable to survive. And this makes us extremely difficult to completely subvert. We are, nonetheless, like every other culture, we are susceptible to corruption. But I think that our particular culture grants us this God-given ability to turn our enemies' strengths against them quite quickly. Our sense of humor is quite renowned, and our fighting prowess, our sense of humor, our intellect, our artistry, we are simply quite efficient in many ways. We are a magical people, but it's not all bears and whistles. There's a dark side to the Irish. We are quite similar to the Jews. We are profoundly sneaky. I would describe Irish as like more like where the Jews have been kicked out allegedly of like all known societies over the centuries and millennia. The Irish, we are like the positive polarity version of the Jews. We are sneaky and dangerous and trickster-esque. But people like us for it. Whereas people hate the Jews for being sneaky and trickster-esque with that rokey kind of energy. When you look at the Irish, like, the Jews are hated almost unanimously for obvious reasons. Whereas the Irish are loved, but for almost the same reasons. It's quite funny. Canada needs to decline further, it would appear. The sentiment of Alberta leaving its growing dairy. I would be moving there if this happens. Yes, it is unfortunate that you have recently voted for more woke. But like you said, obviously it is the fate of Canada to engage a bit further in degeneracy to learn its lesson. At least you're not China or Africa. China and Africa are fucked. In so many ways. Even, you know, it would appear that England is quite fucked. It would be karmically, ironically hilarious if the English end up coming to the Irish for help. I have heard that a lot of English have moved here lately to avoid the stabbings and the gayness. I heard on Rotus Eaters that it is now up to 155 stabbings a day. That is ludicrous. That is ludicrous. 155 stabbings a day. That is just absolutely profane. Very unfortunate. But you must look at it in the sense that typically, quite similar to America, the vast amount of killing, yes, there is spillover, yes, there is unfortunate circumstances where bystanders and innocent people are taken too soon and sent to the other side, sent back to the realm of the gods under unfortunate circumstances. But typically, it is the demons who cure the demons. You know, the scum tend to cure the scum. Which, quite often, I think this is why ghettos are formed, is you simply corner it off and allow the filth to cure each other until eventually you can just walk in and buy everything and begin again. There are many areas in America that are like ghost towns because there are only a few people left, and those people are like drug dealers and such, you know. And companies like BlackRock are just buying everything. It is going to be interesting to see how the future goes, because one thing I have noticed is that as we predict things, a lot of what we predict happens because it is very predictable because it is based on pattern recognition and logic and so on and so forth. But because of the nature of humanity and our ability to adapt and the chaotic element of life, for example, it was said time and time again in the 1950s that by the 2000s we would have flying cars and nuclear-powered robots in your home making you dinner and such. This has not happened. We are now 25 years past 2000, and the nearest thing we have to these robots or flying cars is laughable nonsense. But the things that have happened are way more out there than they thought they would be in the 50s. You know, 7-dimensional holograms, laser weapons, and sound weapons, and just all sorts of like profound discoveries in terms of UFOs in quotes and things at the deep ocean and so on and so forth. So if we follow that pattern, that some things will come to fruition, but probably not in the way we originally thought, and other things that we never even thought possible will come to fruition. Nobody was thinking about smartphones in 1950. So, if we follow that logic, by the time we get to 2030, 2040, 2050, or fucking 2100, by the time we reach the end of this century, we have no idea what it's going to be like. I have often said that I do believe it's going to look a lot like Judge Dredd, with megacities. And outside the megacities is going to be a blasted wilderness, and then beyond that you will have farming communities, and it would be abundant and beautiful. And the people from the megacities will have to send out raiding parties or something, or have some kind of trade agreement with the natural living humans who still have organic material, because they will need to replace their ever-growing synthetic material with organic material in order to keep making synthetic shit. I do believe, in a sense, that will happen. You will have societies that are so diluted, so watered down, so far away from what we used to be, or what we are now even, that they will basically be a combination of like plastic vampires. But quite like good can only exist if evil exists, and vice versa. No matter how desperately demonic certain societies get, sumimasen, there will always be a counterforce. Always. Unless some kind of, cataclysmic biblical force or era finds us all in a place where there simply is just too much corruption in the realm, and everything comes to a godless wasteland void of rife for the most part, and the only kind of rife is like, dog eat dog and like Mad Max kind of energy or something along those lines. But even in those most dire of times, there will still be a counterforce. I do not think we will ever reach a point where utter annihilation or oblivion is the inevitable ultimate ending. I do believe there will always be a conflict, because otherwise the battery that is this place cannot function. There may come a time where our species is basically wrong forgotten, and there might be some form of organism in the future that hears rumors and myths and legends about these things called humans that used to roam the lands. That could happen. But I do not believe this place can be destroyed. At least not in the way we think of. But anyway, I have nearly been rambling for an hour. I took care of disabled people for years, and I had several that had Down syndrome. And I'm sure they were lovely people. Were they not, Margie-sama? I'm sure you had many a hearty laugh with them. The "it's so over" to "we're so back" pipeline is so real. Indeed. Indeed. For a while now, people have been saying Ireland is fucked, England is fucked, America is fucked, it's all, it's all fucked, fuck. This is simply nihilism. This is simply people succumbing to a lack of faith. And I am guilty of this from time to time. Despite being a demigod, I am still half human. So my human side is susceptible to such things. But, being a demigod, I have a divine half of me that, deep down in the bowels of my belly, I always remember that this is simply temporary, no matter how bad it gets. The sneaky nature of the Irish can be displayed in the Hair on Weirs series. A fantastic show if you haven't watched it. Hair on Weirs. Interesting. I have not heard of this. Indeed, Desmondu. Great show. I must watch this. But there are flying cars, and you have to have some kind of pirate license. Yes, but they are not the nuclear-powered flying cars that the 1950s predicted. You see what I mean? Whereas, like, these things did happen, but not in the way we thought they would. You know? I know of these flying cars you speak of. There are a few different prototypes, but they are not being commercially made on a mass sense because it is simply not viable yet. You would have to come up with the rules of the road for rules of the sky. You know, there would have to be traffic rights and shit and fucking... If you allowed your average person to purchase a vehicle that would allow them to fly around, my God. If you think car crashes are bad, could you imagine random wrecks falling from the sky occasionally? Crashing to the ground, destroying innocent lives because some drunk crashed into some bystander way up in the sky? Madness. Absolute madness. You are describing the book The Chrysalids. You would like this story. What, having to go back into organic society because they have become too synthetic? Interesting. Imagine niggeroos with flying car. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Desmond Usama. You see how bad things are now on the ground. Imagine them being in the sky. Yes, Margie Osama. Yes, indeed. Shocking. Indeed. Right. Without any further ado, we shall announce today's phrase of the day. Where is it? Let me see. Tobias, my feathery friend, we cleanse the filthy, dirty, slow-moving chi of these filthy mortal scum. And of course, our beloved Japonaita. I send cleansing vibrations to the internet to allow your chi to move freely. Right. Today's phrase of the day. Where is it? Here we go. Ticks are the Jews of the grass, sneaking silently to suck the life of its host, of their hosts. Quite. Literal fucking parasites. Literal bloodsuckers. Ticks. Nobody likes ticks. Just like nobody likes Jews. In general, typically. Before YouTube freaks the fuck out and gets its panties in a bunch. I repeat, today's phrase of the day. Ticks are the Jews of the grass, sneaking silently to suck the life of their hosts. This concludes today's phrase of the day. Right. I shall engage the tunes because we have a new painting to go. Where's my tunes? We must first consult Boris, our resident cartographer, and the map. I will perhaps in the future get Globe. Maybe not. I want to get Flat Earth map. Perhaps I would just use this and a different camera angle. But I want Boris to actually be our cartographer or our navigator. And when we choose where we are going to go and then what we are going to go, I would like, similar to phrase of the day using Tobias Speakers Kraus, our feathery friend, placed up top the dinging dong. I think it would be quite funny to have a... Is it Serbian? Or is he Serbian? Czech? I cannot remember now. Russian? Sumimasen. Where are we going? Suka! I have had way too much vodka. It's just as well that bears do not get seasick. Oh, bliat. My head. Just because I don't get seasick doesn't mean I don't get pounding headache. Oh, bliat. I will have to work on my Russian. Oh, I'm just really good at saying Suka, bliat. That's why you have to have a pirate's license. My youngest son has a pirate license. Indeed, that is something that typically only rear chads have, is a pirate's license. What a thing to have. I would love to have my own private prop plane or jet and a pirate's license. It would be glorious. Right. On the count of 10, you will place a number in the chat. No sooner, no later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, do it now! Put it in the chat! Do it now! Where are we going? Where are we going? A moment whilst I inspect a telegram. Right, where are we going? Gentlemen, please, the elder female is outdoing you every timer. I'm starting to think Margie Osama's cheating at PEINTEINGU. Good God, people. All the mayors in the Japanite clan have a rot of gay to pay away. You best go over to owenbenjamin.com and pay your gay away, because Margie Osama is kicking your asu at PEINTEINGU. Right. Unless, of course, 82 has already been done. Right, excuse me, Micah. 82, 82, 82. Aha! We are off to Greenland! Excellent. Gee, I wonder where Greenland is. Wait, that's 81. Shit. Where is Greenland? Ah! 81 is Greenland. Grenada! Grenada? Grenada? Grenada. Grenada, Grenada, tomato, tomato. We're off to Grenada. Where's 82? PEINTEINGU! Ha! 82. Where's 82? Where's Grenada? Oh, it's here. Right. Grenada. Creole. Right. If you ever find yourself in Grenada, remember to say Bache! B-A-C-H-E, which means shit stirrer, in brackets, troublemaker. Bache! Or Baka! It's probably Bache. Shit stirrer. I love it. I absolutely love it. Right, so that is the Caribbean, is it not? Yes? We shall find out in a moment. As I consult the Oracle Google to find a beautiful image of Grenada. Don't move. Boris, keep an eye on that map. You drunk fuck. Right. Now for the hat. Now that we know where we are going, we must find out what we are going. It's nearly empty. Won't be too wrong now. Right, a quick shuffle. To ensure maximum randomness and chaos. Painting. Okie dokie. Right, must charge my chi for the first snatch. Margie and Desmondu jumped the gun. Cheater. Me no Cheetu! Yes, Margie-sama is simply just quick on the draw. Like a proper cowgirl. Putting all you supposed mares to shame. Huh? Your ancestors are looking upon you with great shame. That is what's happening right now. Your ancestors are weeping. Head over to ownbenjamin.com and pay your gay away, and then come back here and pay the monkey. Huh? Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. Snatch number 1. Snatch! Glorious. A fine snatch. Giggity. Ooh! So, when we finally weigh anchor at Granada, we have a battle to Paintingu. Very interesting. Right. Snatch number 2. What is it we are going to do? Oh, that was a glorious gapoo. Sumimasen, it still tastes like strawberries. Americans cheating. That's never happened before. Oh, somebody's salty. You should change your name to Salty Dirty Bear. That is your new name, Staburu-sama. That is your new nickname. Is Salty Dirty Bear. I placed my number precisely on 10, and yet I was still outdone. Margie-sama has this etheric Erder energy to her. My ancestors are angrily stomping their wooden shoes at me. Shoes? Wooden shoes? You disrespect your ancestors with your inaccuracies. Wooden sanders! Wooden sanders! I mean, well, I suppose you guys had, you are half baboon, which means you're half Dutch. You mean crogs? You mean wooden crogs? Granada was one of the last proxy battlefields of the Cold War. Ah, very interesting. Is that a weird sync from the Divine Realm? Sounds like it. Emmanuel Godsunu has joined us finally. Farcha. Ah! Farcha Latza. Freshen. Yeah? That's a bit of Gaeilge. Farcha Lat Freshen? Yeah? Tomo Gaeilge. Really fucking rusty. The female is basically fluent. Tomo Colleen, Tomo Gra, Fos Leife, for the most part. But yeah, my My Gaeilge is very rusty. Tá mo Gaeilge. I'm trying to remember that. Tá mo Gaeilge úfásach anish. Bhí mé in ann a labhart. I can't, yeah, like for the most part, like, no, yeah, I'm trying to. I was never. I don't think I was ever fluent. I was good enough to get through school. That was about it. Like, but anyway, not bad for a guy who only started in secondary. You know, I'll always kind of wear that as a badge of honor, even though it was like brutal for the first 3 months. I went into secondary school. I went into a full Irish-speaking secondary school, even though I went to an English-speaking primary school. So I went into. It was like going into a foreign country. It was weird. As if I wasn't an outcast enough in primary school by being one of the only ginger fucking boys in the year. Or no, the only ginger boy in my year. So I was already an outcast for many reasons. And then I made myself more of an outcast in secondary school by being the only young fella in the entire school. Yeah, pretty much the only young fella in the entire school at the time that didn't have fluent Irish. Because I didn't go to an Irish-speaking primary school. So I spent the first 3 to 4 months learning to speak Irish just so I could actually do the schoolwork. Neil Meig Fuglum na Gaeilge Tá ma Gaeilge an tit. Your Gaeilge's sick. I'm not learning Irish, my Irish is sick. That's hilarious, man. That's so like most of the a lot of Irish speakers these days are what we used to call Berlicus, which is basically like a dumbed down version of Irish with like loads of English. It's kind of like how it's very similar to how the Indians speak English. They like merge the two. They merge English with Punjab, and it becomes this weird amalgamation of like, so I was going to the shop yesterday, I'm gonna go and got some Kit Kats. Like a lot of Irish schoolgoers did the same thing, where they used to be like, gives that, let a hole. Like, do you know what I mean? Which means like, give me that, please. So it's like the first half is in English and the second half is in Irish, like, and on will Cadagum Duggity and toilet, like, and shit like that, like, you know. My apologies! The stream was 1 minute ahead on the tubes. Seppuku again tonight for me. My god, my friend, your berry must be in bits. Look on the bright side, you've got so much scar tissue built up on your abdomen that you'd probably be able to take a cannonball to the berry. I'm a tad nippy since I quit coffee. You're off the caffeine? Glorious! I wish I had a cup of coffee now to fucking drink it in front of you. Right. Second snatch. Right, what will we go? Snatch. Number 2. Snatch! Oh, glorious. Did we lose one? Did we lose one? No. Oh! Second goo from the hat. Grizzly? A grizzly batter? Excellent. This one's going to be excellent. If the gods will it. If the gods will it, it will be excellent. Marty. Right. Quick shuffle to maintain the chaos. Is that an oxymoron? Maintaining chaos? I suppose if you give chaos somewhere to be chaotic. Is giving chaos boundaries an oxymoron? A paradox? In my mind, it seems possible. Right, snatch number 3. Glorious. Right, you know what that means. Crap! Crap for painting goo, like you are about to get a giant tiger flung at you from a distance. If I don't see you crapping for paint, I want to hear you crapping for painting goo all the way from here. Crap! Crap, you filthy mortals! Do it! Crap for painting goo. If you have any honor, you will crap for painting goo, and you will crap as rowdily as possible. Or I will fling my giant tiger at you. Huh? You don't want me to do this. You do not want me to fling my giant tiger at you. The last thing you want is for me to fling Garros the tiger at you. But I will do it. I will fling Garros the tiger at you. And you will not like it. Equipped with his aluminium bucket and sunglasses that keep his X-ray vision powers at bay. As he reminds you to like and subscribe to PEINTEINGU. Look at him. Look at him in all his furry feline glory. Reminding you to like and subscribe to PEINTEINGU, or you have no honor. Myro must be in constant terror, just having that giant tiger wielding the sign of PEINTEINGU right behind him. Must be terrifying. If only he could express said terror. Right, number 3. This is brilliant. This PEINTEINGU is going to be hilarious. We are painting a battle that has grizzlies, and they're wearing jeans. They are wearing jeans. So we are going to be painting jean-wearing grizzlies having a battle in Grenada. That is fucking hilarious. Right. The hat could go back there for the moment. Right, I shall consult the all-powerful oracle that is Google to get a beautiful image of Grenada. Okay. I need to find an image of Grenada that is suited to a battle of grizzlies. Oh! This looks nice. This is beautiful. I'm doing this one. And I shall do grizzlies. Perhaps not. It is beautiful though. No, we could do this. We could totally do this. Definitely. We could definitely do this. Right, we need a pale blue sky. Well, not even blue. We need a pale, very pale, almost overcast, very pale sky. It's not blue at all, really. Paint! Emmanuel, did you get my email where I sent you the link to the tunes, yes? Because I remember you said you loved this tune. But Tiger has a bucket on his head, so he won't see Monkey sneak up on him. Ah, but that's the thing, Maggio-sama. The aluminium bucket and sunglasses may keep most of Brother Garros' X-ray vision at bay, but not completely. Garros can indeed actually see through the aluminium bucket and sunglasses. I mean, that's what happens when a Colombian drug lord feeds you so much fucking cocaine that you... My accent really came through there. And that's what happens when a Colombian drug lord force feeds you so much cocaine that you gain X-ray vision. Right. Yes, I do believe we can accomplish this. This is beautiful. Right. Okay, let's get this show on the road, shall we? I place my royal rag on my demi-divine knee in preparation for the goo. All we really need is green, yellow, white and black for the grey. And then... Well, I suppose like, a basic parrot would do the job on this. Basic parrot. Right! Fuck me, it's warm in here. Oh! Oh, that's nice. Where's my tiny mister? I don't want any of you giving me shit for spraying myself in the own face with me tiny mister, alright? I'm just gonna lean into the leprechaun fucking accent. I don't want any of ye give me shit for spraying myself in my own face with me tiny mister, right? I'll have none of that. Squirt, squirt. Oh god, that feels good. It probably sounds really wrong if you're only listening to PEINTEINGU. Please excuse how wrong that sounds. Please continue to enjoy the sound of paint drying. Welcome to PEINTEINGU. You have never heard paint dry like this before. Oh, that's better. Fuck. Right. Right, I'm back in Japu mode. Okay. I will now place goo upon my parrot. Some red. Painting. Goo goo. Some red. Some brown. The permanent scarlet. Raw sienna. And some green. Permanent green midder. You may find your basic parrot at any Starbucks location. Oh. Oh, the Dance with the Demons was already halfway through. Okay. Well, I wanted to listen to proper tunes anyway. So that actually works out. Right, it's Friday. Let's finish strong with some... Let me see. Let me see. Was this one good? I cannot remember.
You will bring the prince to
me
yeah. And help him to destroy evil. Then what do you want of me? The evil warrior has sent a team of assassins.
The evil warriors has sent a team of assassins.
To kill the prince. You must stop them.
White. Won't actually be using any black, so I'll use this black. Oh, the black farted. Dirty brack farted. The dirty brack has farted on the parrot. Dirty, dirty brack. Who would do such a thing? Right, a quick spritz. Some squirts from my tiny mister to allow the goo to flow freely and to prevent it from drying too quickly. Right, it's time to get these bitches wet. Typical Irishman, pissing in his own face. Ah, yes. You foreigners fear your own piss. How funny is that? So spineless are you Americans that you fear your own piss. Quite hilarious. Us Irish, we fear nothing. Especially not our own piss. Did I just hear you spritz your tiny mister into your face? Yes! Quite. It was very refreshing. You should try it sometime. With your own tiny mister. You're not getting my tiny mister sprayed in your face. That's not happening. And if you ever ask me that again... perhaps I will not be committing seppuku on my own tonight. I am a demigod. I cannot commit seppuku. It is impossible. If I were to commit seppuku, it would be utterly pointless. Although, I suppose it would at least... me committing seppuku would be just me showing off. You know? There's no point to it. I'm already being punished. I'm being permanently punished by having to PEINTEINGU for your filthy mortal scum so I can get back into heaven. All because the fucking Monkey King banished me down here. I could use some company. It gets lonely at the bottom of the Tanto. You're not supposed to go all the way to the hilt. Or are you? It's been a wrong time. Are we in Greenland? No, Grenada. I was wrong. Greenland was 81. And you selected 82. 82 was Grenada. And that is a beautiful place. Very rush, very green. One of my favorite colors. Mike, if you keep squeaking, I swear to God, I'm going to rube you up like you've never been rubed up before. And you won't like it. I promise you that. I will use very acidic rube. Huh? Just to spite you, you brack Italian Jewish fuck. Right. We shall begin with a... Ah! I forgot the brew. Do we need brew? Kind of. We did a pear brew. We'll go with the aqua brew. Right, we're going with the aqua brew. Okie dokie. Right, get the bitch wet. Get some aqua brew on there. Hunkai! Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. X-Film, dark side, evil shit is what I fucking do. You see, tell me if you really bad if we can make a Get the bitch clean. Get all the excess goo off the bitch. And then beat her. Nobody writes. A dirty bitch. Well, that's up for debate. So Spain. No, Caribbean. Spain is European side. We are on American side. It is in between Latin America and America. In between South America and America. The series of islands. I believe it is Caribbean island. Don't threaten Microphone with a good time. I know. That's why I threatened him with acidic rube. Or use grainy rube. Sand rube. Sumimasen. Painting. Sink! My brother was just in Granada for work last month. Ooh, glorious. That is interesting. Excellent tuna gay. Yes. Right. I'm gonna move on to the brown. Watashi wa ame da. Watashi wa hot dog o tabemashita. How shall I? No, I shall do the ground first, and yes, right. I was going to do one of the trees, but we do the ground first. It is important to do the right layers first. I don't need to make it a browner. I got the browner straight from the tuber. But not yet. Now I need to make that nice, beautiful grass green, that bright green. Do here side. Yes, right. Get the bitch wet. Get some green. Clean the bitch. Beat her. Get the bitch wet again. Get some yarrow. Right. Oh yes. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful green. Right. Here. Here, down here. Darker green in the background there. Painting green, 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 green. Sumimasen. Sumimasen. Beautiful rush green. One of my favorite colors. Is it because I'm half Irish? Probably. Fenderu, half Irish. Does that mean you are half Japanese? Where? I am Japanese demigodu. I wasn't half Japanese. It would be disgraceful. I'm not half Japanese. Don't spread that rumor. Last thing I need is the Yakuza on my ass. Ah, Grifu-sama! How was your day so far, Grifu-sama? Granada or Gramado? Me confused. Granada! Granada! The first one. Where the hell are we at? Margio-sama is lost. I went there and it took me to Spain. It's like Spain, but tropical. Driving Stabber's fave ride today. A Subaru? One of those gay little unicycles? You mean a forklift? Ah. I should have known. Did you find it, Margio-sama? Yes? Did you find it? Or did you flounder it? Right, let's get some frothy crowds in the distance. Painting. Goo goo. Goo.
Name are you talking about?
I'm talking about PEINTEINGU. What are you talking about?
The son of the devil.
PEINTEINGU. PEINTEINGU. Painting. All this time, nothing but rise, rise and more rise. Not Japu. Staburo-sama has gone from salty to teary-eyed. Let us all join together and praise Staburo-sama for enduring much punishment. There is no need to commit seppuku against Staburo-sama.
In God's name are you talking about?
Son of the devil. It's time, Mr. Thor.
Painting. Okay.
The son of the devil.
The Diver! He is the son of the Diver! Oh, Rusi! I'm home! Is that what Jesus is gonna say when he finally returns? Oh, Rusi! I'm home! He's back! Quick! Hide the fags! Micah, what have I told you about squeaking? You are not a mouse, you're a mic. Get it together, my man. Painting. Right.
教頭先生に危害を加えることはこの鬼塚英吉22歳
Painting goo goo.
Well, what's the problem? You tell your students to be more careful. Don't give offense. Some may be scared, but we are fine.
Painting goo goo.
Perfect.
KO! Perfect! It's not the first time you have made that mistake, Marty-sama. Get your ass out and fucking you bitch. Grenada, country in the Caribbean. Grenada, Spain. Grenada, Grenada. Grenada, Nicaragua. Grenada, Meta, Colombia. Grenada, Antioquia, Colombia. Grenada, Cundinamarca, Colombia. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of Grenadas. I can see why you were confused, Margia-sama. That is a profound amount of Grenadas. It's like Tim Kennedy all over again. An unbelievable amount of Grenadas. Oh, hilarious. I did see that, Chatu, yes. Next time you wish to send me, well, I suppose you did it that time. So, you know how to send it directly to me. Yes, you just go into messages and you send it from there. That is hilarious. Oh my god. Oh no. That Vesser for Demons Riri Phillips is going on tour. Jesus Christ. She's going on tour in the UK and Ireland. That is just disgusting. We are now in an age of independent porn stars. Ugh. That's the kind of shit I would gradually accept like some sort of Sharia law if it put cunts like that. Never mind in prison. That bitch should be hung. Riri Phillips should be hung. You heard it here on PEINTEINGU. Fucking whore. Actively playing a part in the destruction of society. Disgusting. With any luck, she dies of some sort of venereal disease quicker rather than later. That is... that is disgusting. Some of the comments are hilarious. Like throwing a toothpick down a wagon pipe. Would it be like a wizard's sleeve? Ugh. Oh my god. Like a punched lasagna at this stage. Jeez. That was horrific. It's true though. That is just like, I can't like, oh, I can't even stay in character for this. Like the fact that a cunt like that is allowed to like travel internationally and announce a tour where she's like she's literally calling it's Lily Phillips, and it says dogging tour UK. And for those of you who don't know what dogging is, it's a sexual term like to do with like fucking, what would you call it? Is it exhibitionism? It's like people who get together and shag each other in car parks and stuff. Like, she's going to be in Glasgow on the 12th of May. She's going to be like in Newcastle, in Leeds, in Manchester. And this is quite hilarious no matter where you put it. But there's a place here in Ireland called Strokestown. She's going to be there. That is sick. That is just sick. Like that is just imagine that was your daughter. Imagine that was your daughter, like, and she's just openly like that's like she's bringing her to like a new level. Like she's playing a whole new game of like how low can you go? Like, I mean, like it's like she's actually putting every whore on the planet to shame. Like, in the worst way possible. Like that's fucking insane. Like she's gonna die of like either a mental disease or some kind of like sexually transmitted disease or some, like, I don't know, or someone's gonna kill her. Like if you're that sexually, like, I wouldn't be surprised if a fucking a radical Islamist like decapitated her or something, like, do you know what I mean? And I wouldn't bat an eyelid, and I wouldn't feel an ounce of sympathy for her if something like that happened. If like, I'm not gonna wish it upon her, but like part of me does. There is a part of me that wants to go there and like wish that a radical Islamist would decapitate that bitch instead of some poor, because that's happened where like some naive, freedom loving woke gobshite, I'm gonna spread love and peace in Afghanistan, and she goes over and she gets like fucking gang raped and decapitated. Like, like why not her? If anyone deserves to be gang raped and decapitated, it's that bitch. She'd enjoy the first part at least. Like, a radical Islamist group needs to get a hold of Lily Phillips, not some fucking college girl on her holidays trying to spread wokeism. That's beyond the fucking pale of fucked up. That's gonna like, and she knows full well that she's like, I don't know who her PR team is or whatever, but they are expertly making sure that the entire Western Hemisphere knows who she is and knows how utterly depraved she is. Like, that is so fucked up, man. Like, what a fucking, how does she sleep at night? Like, that's fucking, like, she probably has to dip herself in pseudo-cream before she goes to bed. Like, I mean, fucking, like, that bitch probably has to sleep in a tub full of pseudo-cream, like, to actually be able to go to sleep. Like, it's fucking, like, that is fucking disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. Oh yeah, man. Like, fucking vacated isn't the word. Like she's so hollow that, like, that's how she's trying to fill herself up. Like, she's so fucking hollow that's her way of, like, subconsciously being like, well, if I just get as many men as possible to fill me in, I won't feel so empty. Like, that's just, like, that is so far gone. Like, that bitch is, like, there's no forward thinking. There's no future. There's no, like, that bitch has no future. Like, this is going to go on for a few years. Maybe she'll be able to push it till she's in her 40s, but, like, I don't know. Like, it says it's twofold, right? Like, she is, like, sponsored by Vagisil. Like, it says two things at the same time. The fact that there are men engaging in that behavior, like, have you whatever about shame, but, like, that is the lowest of the low. Like, if I had any authority, any man that went to those events would be going straight to prison. I'd probably chemically castrate them. Any man that goes to a Lily Phillips event and engages in that behavior deserves to be chemically castrated. That is fucking what, like, the fact, like, when she did her last thing and there was just a whole, like, a massive line of mainly black fellas just going in, like, you've got no, like, oh my god, like, even picturing stuff like that is just so depraved. Like, it's one thing to imagine yourself, like, paying for sex with a woman, like, privately. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that alone gives me the creeps of, like, going to a room with a woman I don't know, who's, like, dressed specifically to fuck, and, like, you can tell that she's faking, like, all the entire interaction. She's, like, she's acting a certain way, she's saying things and all, like, you know, and the environment you're in, typically, like, if it's in Amsterdam or something, like, you know, it's just, like, just filth. You're in metaphorical hell with a metaphorical demon, and you don't care. There's not a moment in your brain that's like, I don't like those men are a disgrace. Those boys, forget men, like those boys are a disgrace, an utter disgrace. They're making, like, the men that engage in that behavior are making the rest of us look so bad. At the same time that she makes women look horrific. You know, like, it's like absolutely destroying the divine feminine. Like, do you know what I mean? The whole fucking thought of like a pure, beautiful woman, and like she has this, like, for fuck's sake, even Snoop Dogg, who's like, who has done porn and is a known, like, criminal and shit, like, you know, even Snoop Dogg was like, that's your flower, girl, don't give it away. Like, you know, it's like, she's just, her and everyone around her is speed running to fuck the devaluing of the female, like the value of a female, like it's just like not about the act of love that creates children, like, you know, or has the potential to create children, because not everyone can have kids, but like, it's like, that is just so utterly like, I'm kind of speechless. Like, I'm searching for like the power to describe how fucked up that is. And it's not a violent thing. It's not like somebody, like, you know, eating a baby in the street. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just so empty. It's just so void. It just gives you this sense of, like, Babylonian nihilism of just, like, that's where we're at. That's where we're at now, where, like, this bitch is... like, the fact that she's allowed to do this, the fact that she's actually allowed to do that, like, she should be imprisoned. She should be hung, in my opinion. In my opinion, she should be hung for this. She is actively promoting such absolute biblical levels of fucked up, like, gone in the head, like it used to be a shameful private thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, like, one of the lads, like, he's known for, like, you know, when he's on holidays, like, he goes down to the red light district, like, do you know what I mean? Like, he cheats on his missus, or even if he's not married, like, even if you were young and not married, paying for sex was considered like, you put it where other guys have recently put it, like, and you pay for it. You pay to have, what, half an hour, an hour. If you pay a lot of money, it's like a night in a hotel room with a woman who does that for a living. That's her job, is to, like, service you. That is so low. That is like, and this is coming from a guy who's like, I was like watching porn while with someone, like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's low enough. That's like, I had like no discipline over my lust, like, do you know what I mean? Like, but like, that's fucking insane levels of, like, they just don't care. That's animalistic. That's inhuman. That's like the words coming to my mind. Like, that is an inhuman level of depravity. Like, that's fucking crazy. Yeah, I'd like a coffee. Yeah, that's fucking mental. Mental. Because I was on Instagram, because, like, Margie sent me the message there. Like, I follow an Irish comedian called 3 Bucks Left. He's very funny. He seems pretty based. Like, Jesus Christ, man. That is oh, that's so fucked. Like, succubus behavior powered by the spirit of Lilith. That hooer is evidence of black holes. Like, yeah, man, like, seriously, that's so sad. Like, that's genuinely, like, that's so depraved. There's a level of melancholy to it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that is so fucked up. Like, how is she? Like, she is allowed to do that. That's like just that's being promoted. It's literally called the Lily Phillips Dogging Tour. And it's being promoted. That is oh God, that is sick, man. That is fucking sick. And like, the last thing she did was sick. Like 1,000 guys are lying down the fucking road and around the corner, but that's what I mean. It's like the focus is generally on her. It's like, yeah, that's like, she's gone in the head. Like, she's got, like, she doesn't have a brain. She doesn't have a soul. Like, she is beyond repair. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she should just be shot. I would just drag her out in the fucking streets and shoot her in the fucking head. Like, but like, the guys that go there and do it, like, I just, like, oh my God, like, what kind of sad sack of shit are you? Like, oh my God, man, like, waiting in line for it, like, oh, that's stomach churning. Oh, fuck, Jesus Christ. Oh, I need to cleanse myself of that. Oh, I need to cleanse myself of that.
Hello?
Oh, that's horrible.
So the 8-6 and Kent are battling in the rain, huh?
They sure are. You should see
Christ.
Kent. His confidence is through the roof. But this is the 8-6.
Yeah, like, the amount of times I see that, modernity makes me understand the Austrian painter more and more. Like, the amount of people that are nowhere close to being like a white supremacist or a Nazi that are turning around now in comment sections and being like, the painter had a point. Kill them all. Kill it with fire. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, like, that is so utterly depraved. Like, that was quick. It's cold. Nah, it's okay. Thank you. Fucking hell, that's wild. Absolutely
right.
wild.
I was scared.
Slowly I'm arriving from the rigging of a telephone. Quick it up, my nigga Bush that told me that it's fucking on. Quick to took a shower, not an hour before I'm out the door. Time to scoop my niggas, then we run up in the liquor store. Slowly I'm arriving from the rigging of a telephone. Quick it up, my nigga Bush that told me that it's fucking on. Quick to took a shower, not an hour before I'm out the door. Time to scoop my niggas, then we run up in make it, let it go. Testing all you brothers, cause I'm quick to make it, let it go. Testing all you brothers, cause I'm quick to make it, let it go. Put it in the bar, got the top, we do it every day. Started in a room, but now it's talking, ho, we keeping hate. We talk on the mic, you know I'm hype because I'm on the dope. Testing all you brothers, cause I'm quick to make it, let it go. Ran into some problems with some niggas on the other.
All I can think of is like the fucking, like, what needs to happen to her is the thing that they did to like Cersei Lannister in fucking Game of Thrones. Just march her down the street in the nip, just throwing shit and cabbage at her. Shame! Ding 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 ding, shame! Like, just fucking. And then just hang her, like. What a disgusting, vapid cunt, like. And like I was saying, not just her, like that, like every single, I'd be IDing every single male that engaged in that, and I would be like, you either get significant jail time or jail time and chemically castrated, like, because that kind of like fuck that, like, fuck that. Mental.
course.
Yeah, she had 100 in a day, and then she did 1,000 in 24 hours or something. She did worse than that, Margie. She did worse than that. And it is kind of funny that her second name is Phillips, and the name Philip means horse lover. It's like, I don't know why the gods saw it fit to, like, I suppose it's like she's letting us know where we are in the current paradigm. That's Lily Phillips's destiny, is to show the rest of us how far we have fallen as a collective society. We're nearly back to Sodom and Gomorrah. We're nearly there, lads. We're nearly fucking there. We're nearly back to Sodom and Gomorrah. And she's showing us that that's where we're nearly there again, like. That's as much grace as I can give her, is that she's at least serving a purpose in that sense. Like, other than that, I'd have her executed at the drop of a hat for, like, warping, because I know how fucked up porn is, having engaged in it for so long and then, like, getting away from it. Like, it is just as dangerous as, like, a heroin addiction or something. Like, porn is a weapon. Porn is a weapon of war. And that cunt is doing the work of demons. Or the Chinese, one of the or both. Absolute fucking wild. Utterly fucking depraved human being. Seriously, wouldn't even class her as human anymore. And I don't care if people are like, oh, that's not, like, we're going a bit far now. I'm going a bit far. Fuck off. I literally wouldn't class her as human anymore. Like, fucking demon. The young ones that I used to watch on fucking Pornhub and browsers and stuff weren't even, like, that bad. Even those bitches, like, used to do typically the same set of guys over and over and over again, because they're all part of the same agency. Do you know, like, that's the truth, like, do you know what I mean? Like, even the porn stars back in the day didn't have a body count that high, and, like, that, imagine, like, that's fucking insane. Like, that's absolutely insane. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there was some that did, but, like, Christ, even, like, that's what I mean. Like, even the porn stars used to have, like, there was still some sort of, like, okay, well, if we're gonna do this, we need to do, like, you know, we have to take care of them medically, and, like, we have to, like, make sure they have security, and, like, there was, like, still some level of, like, Okay, well, if we're gonna do it, we have to like at least we have to like there has to be like regulations and standards and stuff. Like, you know, it's way beyond that now. Like, way beyond that now. I don't know why I'm still shocked. Why am I still shocked? Do you know what I mean? Like, out of all the shit that's happened over the last couple of years, why am I still like, oh my god, that's insane? It's because I still have faith in humanity, and it keeps repeatedly being fucking thrown out the window. Like,
I admit that you defeated me fairly. But now, I have a request to ask. I hope you'll take my body back to my home village for burial.
if Irish men have any fucking standards left in them whatsoever, for events in Ireland, you know, they will be like incredibly unsuccessful, or like nobody will show. Obviously, people want to show up. It's so fucking sick. That is so sick. It's just like all that other stuff where it's like people like that get away with shit like that because, like, you know, they'll hear somebody like me being like, that's fucking utterly depraved, like, what the fuck you at, and all, like, and it's like, yeah, well, the people want it, there's a market for it, so, like, who are you to tell me that, like, I'm doing something wrong because, like, there's people out there that want it, there's people out there that want to fuck me, like, madness. Absolute fucking madness. Yesterday I was getting goats and holiday baby goats. Aw, they do sound adorable. My girlfriend has many and one goat that loves me, hasn't had her babies yet. I'm very anxious for her to have hers any day now. Oh, well, hopefully everything goes okay. I will pray to the gods that her birth is without complication, my dear Sama.
at you like this. Bitch. That fucking shit.
Painting. It's so much fun watching the babies play. Yeah, like baby goats are adorable. She's disappointed because out of all the babies, only one little girl. Aww. It is the look of the draw, yeah. I had a goat a long time ago, but when I was in the hospital for 51 days, my husband gave it to a friend. I think you told us that before, alright, yeah. I think I remember you telling us that story. Hard enough tending to dogs, cats, chickens and horses. Yeah, having a lot of animals is a great responsibility, but it can be very rewarding, just like children. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave there. Still a bit of work to do in this. But I gotta make the dinner and all that jazz. My arse is thoroughly numb. I'm sitting on the stool. But we made good enough progress. You can basically see what's happening here. We're on like a cliffside, or like a mountainside. Really pretty. I'm putting a there's a big tree gonna go in here, covering most of the castle. Putting a canopy over this little walkway here, like. And the plan is to I'm gonna put bears. I'm just gonna put loads of bears in jeans, fighting. Maybe with like I'll put like samurai stuff on them as well, and have them like well, it's in Granada, so they're not gonna have samurai shit. Like, I'll just put a lot of bears fighting in wearing jeans, because that's what came out of the hat. Battle grizzly jeans. Battle grizzly jeans. Oh god, I love this stream. Right, enjoy your weekend. I'll catch up on the chat quickly. Bear meetup at Monte Cristo Bears property tomorrow. Going to be awesome. Savage. Bear meetups are the best. A fine price to leave it for now, Defenderoo. I may not be around much in the coming weeks. Vacation begins Monday. Yeah, I know. Sonny was telling me I'm going to be fucking gaming on my own for a while. It's going to be a change of pace. Gives me a chance to catch up on my single player games though. They're playing. I've tried to give Darksiders 3 another chance. And it's not as bad as I remember it being. Once you get into it, like the combat in it is actually okay. Once you accept the reality that they literally tried to take some of the stuff from Dark Souls and incorporate it into the Darksiders games. It's actually alright. So like I put it on hard mode, and the combat is quite challenging and fairly rewarding when you beat like a tough enemy or something. So I'll see how far I can get through on that over the weekend while you guys are gone, and do plenty of sketching to get myself back into the rhythm of doing symmetricals. Read the book I'm currently reading, and hopefully watch some of more of the movie. I'm gonna finish all the movies that Stabaroo put on that list for me before I move on to Dragon Ball Z. Part of me wants to finish Samurai Jack before going on to Dragon Ball Z. I probably should do that, because otherwise Samurai Jack is just going to be left there again. So I might not get around to Dragon Ball Z for a while, and then I'm going to be watching Dragon Ball Z for like the next 3 years, it appears. So. But like those things used to come out like once a week, didn't they? So like I'll be able to binge it in like a few months, maybe, probably. Let's see what happens. But anyway, oh, my beloved Japonaita, enjoy your glorious weekend, and of course, if you feeble, filthy mortals have any honor in your feeble horror shares, pay for Paintingu. But I will see you Monday. I will return Monday. We will return to Granada and have ourselves a grisly batter. Or a battle with grizzlies wearing jeans. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I shall see you Monday.